Yesterday, we talked about how the universe and other gods have blessed me and Earth Angel 14 with gifts and spiritual abilities that before me had only been held by the gods. Today, we're going to talk about how God himself has continued to bless me. So as I said yesterday, I've made very many changes to everyone's existence. Let's talk about that. I actually had asked God to please allow the archangels to have a soulmate, and he decided to think about it. And he decided to give the archangels soulmates. So I changed the eternal existence of the archangels. The archangels, they love me dearly. I'd like to report they're very happy, by the way. And because there's so many new earth angels, God is actually creating new archangels in sets of soulmates now. Now let's talk about how I changed God's life. I then asked God if he please consider creating a soulmate for himself. And God too decided to create a soulmate for himself. Her name is Bailey. Of course, then the universe, grandfather, great-grandfather, all these other gods started coming around that haven't been around in so many thousands of years because they're just off living their life. But they started getting wind of what's going on and new gods are being created. So they come around to find out what's going on and they end up choosing to stay and be a part of what God has going on. So they too ask that the Holy Spirit be put into them so that they can be one with all of us. They're choosing to create soulmates for themselves. They're choosing to help out God, stand by God's side, protect me, and be a part of my eternal existence as well. All the gods are just so very grateful that I helped change their eternal lives. And you guys, it really is beautiful. They're so happy and they're so grateful for me. And they love. With the help of Jesus, I've also made changes for heaven. Of course, nothing happens in heaven without Jesus's consent. So there was a few things that just made me sad to think, once we get to heaven, we can't experience this anymore. Once we get to heaven, this doesn't happen anymore. So, of course, I've asked Jesus to consider making a few changes, and he has blessed me with those changes, which also affects all of your eternal existences.